Star Citizen's single-player campaign, Squadron 42 Episode 1, is all go on the development front. We don't have a release date yet, but we do know that Cloud Imperium are expanding their studios over the next couple of quarters, and Chris Roberts is in the UK this year to help finish it out. In the meantime, we do have a monthly report with updates on what Cloud Imperium have been working on over the last few weeks and what they are focused on now for Squadron 42. I also roll all of the AI updates from the Persistent Universe report into this summary as well. AI content began 2022 by completing their Speed Protocol pass on the arcade and vending machines. Speed Protocol is a CIG animation term for motion capture data being implemented in a fast but rough way, allowing them to verify if the speed, length and performance will all deliver what's intended. The vending machine usable provides a single fizzy drink option for NPCs, but will have more consumables added, such as alcoholic drinks, noodles, soup and sandwiches. The next step will have NPCs that steal from the machines and frustrated NPCs that shake them after they fail to dispense. The arcade machine is a usable that NPCs can interact with as part of their leisure activity when they aren't working. The NPCs will play until ending victorious and cheerful, or with a game over and disappointment. AI content began the year integrating the deck crew behavior into various story scenes, transitioning the scene from the track view sequence, the story scenes, to a systemic AI behavior based one. AI content showcased several new deck crew actions taking place around the Gladius, including checking the fuel diagnostic terminal and repairing damaged wings. More features will be added to increase realism throughout the hangar, such as movable trolleys, drivable forklift trucks, and dynamic conversations. The AI feature team continue to work on NPCs perceiving and reacting to dead bodies. Bodies are now set up as usables, which allows the ability to specify locations around the body for the AI to inspect, and the best enter and exit animations when approaching or leaving the body. Progress was made on Vandal combat, specifically improving their effectiveness at mid-range. New animations were prototyped that telegraphed the direction of attack, allowing perceptive players to dodge out the way and get the upper hand. They also implemented and polished the animations for cowering and surrendering. The AI tech team started work to enable NPC spaceships to land at random planetary locations. The aim is to allow players to request reinforcements, be rescued, or be given a lift somewhere. AI tech also devised a plan to address the majority of existing locomotion issues. One critical part is utilizing feature test maps to verify NPCs moving along paths, moving to destinations, moving and aiming, and moving and looking. Alongside this, they split collision types between players and AI to enable proper collision without players getting stuck. For example, in narrow corridors and doorways. This is probably going to be very important to Titan suits and things like that as well. You don't want those getting stuck inside. To support NPCs using trolleys, the team worked on simplifying the way NPCs push objects before moving to another location, leaving the objects behind. This involved investigating several use cases to allow track view, editor simulation, subsumption behaviors, and other systems to work together so that NPCs have a consistent way of understanding their state and intention. An inverted index data structure was implemented to allow subsumption XML libraries to efficiently cache data and index it based on its association tags. The goal there is to provide a way to correctly select appropriate conversations between NPCs based on topics they want to talk about, their roles, their locations, and more. AI tech implemented a way for the designers to enforce movement style on characters. This is generic functionality that will be used on specific characters, such as Captain White, to add unique style to movements based on the scene. The AI animation team finished weapon selections, worked on player animation idols, and approached the last stages of cowering and surrendering. Character art touched up concepts for the Screaming Gallisons faction, ensuring that they have a spread of different armor weights. They're currently working out UE Navy assets, including the Bridge Officer, Battle Dress, and Class 8 uniforms. Environment art continue to develop key locations, this time aiming to get large-scale assets into the game to help shape each area and give them a more distinct feel and purpose. They also began scouting for space locations within the game world. Gameplay story began following up on the turret work done last year, updating all story scenes to match the newly defined metrics, stating, It was definitely satisfying to see this work come to fruition and for our characters to enter the turret seamlessly. They also continued adding new bodies, faces and audio to random to NPC scenes. This is progressing well and is expected to carry on throughout the first quarter of 2022. A new animator joined the team, so time was spent onboarding and training, and planning was done for the rest of the year. With level design, the Space and Dogfight team prepared the campaign chapters to flow into each other continuously without reloads and worked towards completing the turret gameplay experience, while the FPS team completed detailed planning on how to bring several chapters up to vertical slice quality. The social design team continued the significant task of implementing all scenes to all chapters. Narrative began the year preparing for an upcoming motion capture session, along with content that was meant to be shot before the pandemic. It will be used to capture additional vignettes and procedural content for one of the campaign set pieces, allowing for the first pass implementation of final content. The team also continued to work closely with design and art to create scripts and placeholder recordings to help them judge whether scenes are working as intended. Once scenes are signed off, their final capture session will be scheduled. The UI teams continue to work on the new star map, with progress being made on concepts, prototypes, and core technology. VFX started the year working on a battle scene that they mentioned in last month's report. Alongside the cinematics team, they began fleshing out some of the more elaborate battle effects, paying particular attention to timings and scale to sell the feeling of battle taking place around the player. They also began dialing in the effects of a key location, focusing on a vertical slice to show how the rest of it should appear. Now, bear in mind that when they talk about vertical slices here, they're probably not going to be vertical slices that we as players see. It's probably for internal use only, but sort of bear that in mind. Boom! That's it for your Squadron 42 update for February. Are you Squadron 42 hype, or only really interested in Star Citizen's persistent universe? And do you think that we should be getting more updates from Squadron 42 as the lion's share of resources is being allocated to that game? And do you think it's important to see a lot more from development of that, or are you happy with what they're doing and how they're sort of giving it, because we don't want too many spoilers? Squadron 42, when do you think Squadron 42 is going to be out? Whatever your thoughts, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below.
Mummy, my friend told me at school today that Star Citizen was a scam. Oh, Tim, is that why you got into a fight? Yes, Mummy. The only scam is people stealing all your internet infos and blocking your ability to watch things on Netflix and such with regional-based access. That's why we use our words, Tim. You should have told those bullies to get NordVPN, and also that Star Citizen is the best damn space sim ever.
Yes, these two people are right. Get NordVPN, and also Star Citizen's great. Also, Timmy was a 35-year-old teacher at the school. And it wasn't even a school, it was a pub, and he was a barman.
Every month we have a ship giveaway, and for February 2022, it's for an Aegis Saber, the high-tech medium fighter with loads of firepower, but it comes in an auspicious red paint scheme as part of the Red Festival, as well as lifetime insurance and a Star Citizen game package. All you need to do to be in for a chance of winning is comment on any of my videos made during the month. You can further support the channel by clicking the join button underneath any of my videos. You can also donate or become a Patreon. Your feedback, though, from comments really helps the channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And also, if you're looking for a diegetic little controlly boy that makes your Star Citizen experience and potentially some other games pretty good fun on your touchscreen devices, then check out Game Glass. You've got that, you've got NordVPN links, you've got loads of other stuff, all in the links below. Click them all! Click them all! Maybe not all of them, that would be madness.